Making landfall just moments ago on Florida's Gulf Coast in a part of the state that has not seen a major hurricane in modern times. Al's got the latest forecast in just a few moments, but let's start with NBC's Gabe Gutierrez. He's in Perry, Florida. Gabe, we checked in with you last hour. It looks and sounds like the conditions have deteriorated already.
Hi there, Craig. Good morning. This is the power of Hurricane Idalia, and we're right in the thick of it. The winds here have really picked up in the last hour or so as this eye wall comes really close to us. Actually, you can see behind me, there used to be a billboard right there. There's no billboard there anymore. It collapsed just within the past few minutes. We took cover. Now we're coming out and trying to get a sense for how powerful these winds are to show the viewers at home. The local authorities have said that once wind speeds here reach 45 miles an hour, they wouldn't be able to help you. We're well past that point now. And at this point, tens of thousands of people are without power in this part of Florida. We actually just lost power in our hotel. We can go inside at any time, and there's a concrete structure here, so we're trying to be as safe as possible. We're trying to show you the conditions here as this wind really moves in and picks up. There have been parts of Florida here that are starting to be devastated by the wind speed. You've heard a lot about the storm surge in other parts of Florida. Here in Perry, which is still 20 miles inland, the concern here is for the wind speed, and extensive property damage is expected. Again, this could be an unprecedented storm, such a major hurricane hitting this part of Florida, but we are seeing now the wind and the rain really intensify here, and we expect conditions to deteriorate even further over the next hour or two, Craig.
All right, Gabe Gutierrez for us there in Perry. Gabe, stay safe. Thank you, sir.
All right, let's go now to NBC's Marissa Parr. She's in Tampa, where we're also seeing a lot of flooding. Marissa, good morning.
Chanel, good morning. Yeah, the wind's not a big concern here, but I'm standing in the middle of what is a big concern, the storm surge. You can see already underway here in Tampa, and behind me is an example of what can happen if you try to drive through what we're calling Zone A. That is the mandatory evacuation, and there's a reason for it. The person inside of that car had to be rescued. In fact, we've learned there have had to be several rescues. It's not just here in Tampa specifically. It's also the peninsula that's next to us, St. Petersburg, Clearwater. We saw there was a rescue out of St. Pete Fire Department. They had to rescue someone out of a mobile home park. So this is why they asked for people to evacuate from these low-lying areas. Behind me, you can see the choppy waters, Tampa Bay spilling over onto the roads. Just beyond that, Tampa General Hospital. That is on an island. It is the only level 1 trauma center in Tampa Bay. That is where the most serious of injuries go. And we know the water has been spilling over there. They have what's called an aqua fence that's supposed to protect them upwards of 15 feet of storm surge. But that is, of course, a big concern for these low-lying areas around us right now. And then I'll add this, Chanel. It's not just the storm surge. It's also the tornado risk that comes with the outer bands. Right now, we're getting a bit of a break, but we know that soon those bands will be coming back here, and this water is supposed to reach its peak in just a few hours around 2 p.m. So we're keeping a close eye on that, Chanel.
My goodness, you stay safe as well. All right, thank you, Marissa.
Mr. Roker's tracking not just the hurricane in Idalia, but also, as Marissa mentioned, the serious tornado threat that comes with it, Al.
Exactly, guys. So right now, Idalia is 10 miles south-southeast of Perry, Florida, with 120-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving northeast at 18 miles per hour. And right now, you can see 18 million people impacted by the hurricane storm warnings, which really extend all the way along. You can almost see the path of it through Charleston on into Wilmington, down into Fort Myers. Here's the interesting thing. This is where the eye of the storm is, over Keaton Beach. It's calm right now. Just to the north, that's where Perry is, that's where Gabe is, and that's where you're seeing the eye wall of the storm. But the eye of the storm right now over Keaton Beach, but 35-mile-per-hour winds in Brooksville, 58-mile-per-hour winds in Cedar Key, Tallahassee, 41 miles per hour. So this is going to come across southeastern Georgia on into Charleston as a tropical storm by tomorrow morning early, and then it exits off the coast. But in the meantime, we are looking at the storm surge that we are most worried about, 7 to 16 feet from just from the Big Bend there all the way down to Cedar Key, just north of Hudson. Surge accompanied by the large waves, damaging winds. They continue, and the winds, of course, going to be the big problem as the storm surge is the most dangerous thing. Tornadoes, really, the issue going from Wilmington all the way down to Tampa. And again, anywhere from 10 to 12 inches of rain stretching from Tallahassee right on into Wilmington. Guys?
All right, Al,
Thanks, Al.